One of the biggest deterrents to manifesting and working with the law of attraction to create things in your life is actually really funny. And it's basically knowing what you really need, because we can manifest things and we can create stuff, but are we creating the best things? Like, you may really want to manifest a lifetime of McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner the rest of your life, but is that good for you? No. So are you really going to create that? Well, you could, but it wouldn't be really beneficial in any way. I'm Krishanti, Krishanti.com, and I talk about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. This video is all about manifesting and the Bengston method, which is my favorite form of manifesting because it works so incredibly well. And it's so funny because we think we want things, and that's the ego saying like, the rest of America wants this, so I want this. You know, the American dream of like the house, and so many people, so many of my clients being like, wanting to get married at a certain age because everybody else is. But what if that's not what your soul really wants, right? And you're working on manifesting this that's not really in alignment with your path. And it's at that point when you need to really sit back, take some space, and think deeply, and also surrender and meditate into what your soul wants, which is oftentimes not what society says you're supposed to want. And Bengston, when I work with that, it's the best form of manifesting that also generates the most incredible healing energy. I have a whole playlist here on YouTube about it. I'm hosting a workshop in April 2023. Check it out at Krishanti.com, but there are workshops all the time. I'll put a link so you can always check out when the next Bengston workshop is. But when working on a list of things you want to have, or experiences or healings or whatever, you're encouraged with Bengston to really, really get deep into whether or not you want that and if that is good for you. One of my friends recently, who's been doing this for a while, had an idea of testing every item on her list with her pendulum to see if she really wanted it. And some of it was about like rephrasing the way she's saying she wanted certain things, and looking at things differently. Because when you get deep into your manifesting and really into like working it, which is what Bengston will have you do when you learn Bengston, you start to get so in depth with your spirit and your soul, and you start to learn so much about yourself. A long time ago, I've been doing this for about 5 years, and a long time ago, maybe it was 3 or 4 years ago, I saw Bill Bengston's wife at an event, and I love talking to them. They're so they teach this, but they're very down to earth, because what they're doing is incredible, you guys. They are so humble and practical and down to earth about it, which is so key. But she was like, when you work with your list, you really get to know about yourself. And I don't know if I made a video about this a long time ago when I first learned Bengston after my first workshop. I was so excited, and I thought I wanted all these designer handbags. I had been working in luxury real estate in Southern California, and everybody had a designer handbag. And it's all about the name and all about like you and your designer bag. I'm like, sure, designer handbags. And I was, had that on my list. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. I got a trip to Italy, which was on my list, like an unexpected royalty check came in, and it was a lot. And so I'm like, I need to spend this money, and like I'll do a spiritual journey to Italy, and there's so much cool spiritual energy there. It's beautiful. But when I was in Italy, I thought I'd be shopping for these designer handbags that I thought I wanted. And I was like, there's something in me didn't really want that. There's something in me that's like, it's BS that this is so much money just because of a thing. And also because when we carry these emblems, we're it's like we're saying to the world that we're of a certain status. There's something elite about that I find is exclusive and not, it's not really who I am. But I thought that was what I was supposed to want and have. It was in Italy that I found this leather school. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like Scuola di Cuoio in Florence, where it's like in an old convent where they teach people how to make bags out of leather. They're one of a kind. They're handcrafted. It's in this most beautiful setting. That's where I got these luxury, beautiful handbags. Yes, they're gorgeous. Yes, they're one of a kind. They're beautiful. It speaks so many volumes because it was like, I earned this. I created something that helped people, that generated income for me to go on a spiritual journey, to soak up energy that will bring back. And then while there, I was able to, be a patron of this incredible art form. And then to remember every time I'm holding that bag, it's like, I earned this. And this was from something I believe in. I could cry because it's like so overwhelmingly emotional. But as I'm talking about this and you're thinking, have you created something that you are so proud of with your manifesting? Put it in the comments. I want to know. It's so exciting when also we figure out who we are and we're like, wait, that's me. Like I'm not who you say I am and I'm not who you want me to be. This is me. That's what Bengston does, and that's one of the reasons why it's just so cool. But if you can even think about it, if you're learning this method or you're working on manifesting, I think that's how we marry the art of surrender to the art of pushing and what we want. It's like we know, it's almost like, okay, how about this? I'm going to backpedal here. Surrender through meditation to your higher self and spirit to show you the path and show you what your spirit, your soul wants. And then once you do that surrendering, you kind of fine tune it into, okay, this is what I'd like to manifest. And you hold that vision and you do the work, and you also surrender to this or better coming in. Because another thing that happens with this is you'll get stuff that's even better than what you thought you wanted. That happened to me. I know I talked about this before, the mixing bowls. I thought I wanted these mixing bowls, and I only had seen them in these rainbow colors, like Roy G. Biv rainbow. And I was shopping one day and I had that on my list, and they were Hello Kitty colors. And I didn't know they made mixing bowls in Hello Kitty colors, like your lavenders and pinks and fuchsia, Hello Kitty. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I want. But even better, because I didn't even know that was something that was to be had, It's thrilling. I'm going to stop now because I could talk about this for days. Check out the Bengston workshop, anything Bengston, Krishanti.com. You know it all. Okay, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.